Welcome to our YouTube vlog. In this episode, we delve into A.C. Bradley's Lecture 6 on Shakespearean tragedy, focusing on the complex character of Iago in Othello. Join us as we analyze the depths of Iago's villainy, exploring his motivations and actions. Additionally, we'll examine the character sketches of Cassio and Emilia, shedding light on their roles and significance in the play. Get ready for an in-depth exploration of these captivating characters and their contributions to one of Shakespeare's greatest tragedies. Subscribe for more insightful content on literature and drama analysis. Welcome to our YouTube vlog. In this episode, we delve into A.C. Bradley's Lecture 6 on Shakespearean tragedy, focusing on the complex character of Iago in Othello. Join us as we analyze the depths of Iago's villainy, exploring his motivations and actions. Additionally, we'll examine the character sketches of Cassio and Emilia, shedding light on their roles and significance in the play. Get ready for an in-depth exploration of these captivating characters and their contributions to one of Shakespeare's greatest tragedies. Subscribe for more insightful content on literature and drama analysis. Two main types of interpretations of Iago. Bradley reduces Iago to a common villain driven by motives such as revenge, jealousy, or ambition. These interpretations, according to him, fail to capture the complexity of Iago's character and reduce him to a simplistic figure. Bradley portrays Iago as a being who hates good and loves evil for their own sake, without any clear motive other than a desire for the pain of others. This interpretation sees Iago as a symbol of pure malice, closer to Shakespeare's conception of him. He argues that this interpretation makes Iago more of a symbolic figure than a realistic character, more suited to a poem like Goethe's Faust than to a human drama like Othello. Analyzing Iago's character. Bradley acknowledges the contributions of Coleridge, Hudgeth and Swinburne to the understanding of Iago's character but decides to offer his analysis instead of simply summarizing these critics' views. Bradley proposes to examine how other characters in the play perceive Iago and what conclusions can be drawn from their perceptions. This approach suggests a focus on the interactions between Iago and other characters and the impressions he leaves on them throughout the play. By exploring how Iago presents himself to others and how they interpret his actions and motives, the author aims to uncover insights into the nature of his character. Bradley suggests an evaluation of Iago's character based on the events and dialogues within the play itself. This indicates a close reading of the text to discern Iago's true motivations, intentions and psychological makeup. Thereby he seeks to provide a comprehensive understanding of his character. A.C. Bradley warns regarding the misconceptions of Iago's character in Othello. Bradley addresses the misconception that Iago's character embodies a particularly Italian form of villainy. He suggests that such an interpretation is overly simplistic and does not align with Shakespeare's broader approach to characterization. Bradley argues against the idea that Iago's character is specifically Italian, likening it to the notion that Othello represents a study of Moorish character. There is a belief that Italian villainy may have been prevalent in Shakespeare's time and could have influenced his portrayal of characters like Iago, but this influence is minimal. Bradley emphasizes Shakespeare's tendency to transcend superficial differences of nationality, race and period in his characters, focusing instead on their inward character and universal human traits. Bradley also disputes the notion that Iago exemplifies the popular Elizabethan idea of a follower of Machiavelli, noting that there is no indication in the play that Iago is an atheist or a disbeliever in the prevailing religion. He highlights Iago's use of religious language and contrasts him with a character like Aaron in Titus Andronicus, who is more aligned with the stereotype of a Machiavellian villain. Bradley further warns against taking Iago's statements at face value. He emphasizes the need to scrutinize his words and actions in the play to uncover the truth. He highlights a tendency among critics to mistakenly treat Iago's assertions as factual information provided by Shakespeare, leading to misinterpretations of the character's motives and actions. Example: Bradley uses the example of Iago's assertions about the appointment of Cassio as Othello's lieutenant to illustrate this point. Iago tells Rodrigo that three prominent Ventians had recommended him for the position, but Othello refused out of pride and obstinacy, choosing Cassio instead. Iago further claims that Cassio lacks practical knowledge of war, unlike himself, who has fought alongside Othello. Bradley suggests that while it is certain that Othello did appoint Cassio as his lieutenant, much of what Iago says about the circumstances is dubious. There is no reason to believe that Othello refused the recommendation out of pride or that he lied about having already chosen his officer. The author argues that it is more likely that Othello chose Cassio for valid reasons, such as his expertise in military matters, rather than mere bookish knowledge as Iago claims. The author also points out that Desdemona's description of Cassio contradicts Iago's assertion that Cassio lacked experience in war. Desdemona describes Cassio as someone who had shared dangers with Othello and had built his fortunes on Othello's love, indicating that Cassio was indeed experienced in military matters. So, the readers or the critics have to approach Iago's statements with skepticism and consider the facts and evidence within the play before concluding his character. Bradley provides a detailed description of Iago's character as perceived by his friends and acquaintances. He emphasizes that Iago is not the typical melodramatic villain often portrayed on stage but rather a complex character with various facets to his personality. Iago, Venetian soldier. Shakespeare describes Iago as a Venetian soldier, around 28 years old, with a reputation for courage and a good deal of military experience. Despite his great powers, Iago is portrayed as vulgar and lacking in refinement, suggesting that he is not of gentle birth or breeding. He is depicted as blunt and outspoken, with a tendency to make caustic remarks about human nature. However, his honesty and blunt manner are seen as enduring qualities by those who know him. Honest Iago. One of the key aspects of Iago's character highlighted by the author is his honesty. The word honest is applied to Iago multiple times throughout the play, and he is described as a man who speaks his mind and is critical of abuses. Despite his cynical remarks, Iago is shown to be genuinely sympathetic and helpful to those in need, such as Cassio when he is disgraced. Iago's loyalty and warmth towards his friends are evident in his actions, such as when he comforts Cassio and helps him devise a plan to regain his post. Iago's impulsiveness. The author suggests that Iago's flaw, if he has one, is his impulsiveness and tendency to act too quickly in defense of his friends. He is portrayed as a man with a warm and loyal heart, willing to go to great lengths to help those he cares about,